The Jazz couldn't have looked more confident as when they arrived at the starters for the Utah Jazz. Mitchell is the 2 with Ingles at the 3. Bogdanovich out there with Gobert, and it's Conley in at the point. And for the Suns, Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Oubre out there with Johnson. And it's Ayton in at the center, filling out the middle. And so off the tip, it's Utah. Conley against Rubio. Conley gets the bucket. Couple terrific centers in tonight's matchup here, Greg. Great pivots, but center matchups are far from traditional, it seems like, these days.
No doubt about it, Kevin. Once you get into this now small ball mindset, this positionless game, I mean, you're seeing guys as short as P.J. Tucker play the 5 because, listen, when you're 25 feet from the basket, if I'm 6'2" and you're 7'2", I can still guard you. So because of the spacing now, it allows you the luxury to play smaller.
Well, how about the court awareness from Bogdanovich showing off his ability to find the open man, Kev?
Here's Ayton, and Ayton gets double teamed. Gobert with the block, and so it looks like the Suns will retain possession here. Mitchell against Rubio.
Wow, Joe Ingles sends it back twice on the pipes. Big-time defensive play.
We're about 1 minute into the first. A nice shot by Booker.
Boy, after missing 3 straight, they finally get one to go down.
And so Gobert will bring it up for Utah.
And one thing you love about Ingles, he hits a lot of contested jumpers.
He does, and he'll get to his game by using jab steps, pump fakes, really good ball handler. He's unafraid in the clutch. He'll talk a little smack every now and again. Joe Ingles has carved out quite a career.
Here's Conley. Following the basket by DeAndre Ayton. On the wing, Mitchell. Good D by Booker.
I'll tell you, most of the time this guy's going to finish that, but that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
Tries from 10. Here's Rubio. Basket is good. The assist from Johnson.
I'll tell you, unwilling to settle for something on the perimeter. Rubio sticks his nose inside.
Conley surveying the D. Here's Ingles. No good, unable to end this run. For Phoenix, they've gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. A nice shot by Booker.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
My goodness, how do you guard against that? Mitchell, tremendous at just getting through the contact.
Now here's Booker. He's got 5. He gets it in there.
And you can see he's got a little bounce in his step. 3 out of 4 to start.
Conley with it. To the paint. And slam dunk by Gobert.
There's a reason Mike Conley's teammates love playing with him. If you're open, I promise he'll find you.
Booker finds Ayton. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And the basket by Ingles.
I'll tell you, Ingles is just such a pro. This guy is unafraid despite the defense.
Booker the pass to Johnson. Back to Booker. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now. Jazz trail by 5. Here's Bogdanovich. The rebound by Johnson.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
Here's Oubre. That's in, coming off an assist from Johnson. Johnson's got 3 assists in the game. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Rubio.
They got very fortunate there, guys. They should just take their time on offense and not try to force things.
And the Suns here with a different look. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for DeAndre Ayton. Saric comes in for Johnson. Mikal Bridges checked in for Oubre. And it's Carter in for Ricky Rubio. Jazz also changing it up. Royce O'Neal comes in for Joe Ingles. And it's Jordan Clarkson in for Mike Conley. And he gets it to go.
You have to prevent Mitchell from driving. This guy too quick and too crafty once he gets into the lane.
Starter up top, guarded by O'Neal. Baines from down in the low post. It goes.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Here's Mitchell. The pass to Clarkson. Gobert with it. A second chance effort. Saric grabs the board. Here's Booker. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
How about the ability to adjust after the contact? Booker, the score in the and one.
Davis is checked in for the Jazz. Emmanuel Mudiay comes in for Donovan Mitchell. Free throw good, Booker.
And Dario Saric, the homie, as he was known in Philly, a Croatian finesse forward for this team.
You know what I love about Dario is here's a big man who can space the floor with his shooting. He can balance that with an ability to make plays off the dribble. He's a really sneaky cutter and a very opportunistic rebounder. I mean, this is a big man who will contribute in a lot of different areas.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
This is a strength of Mudiay's, right? Get into the lane, put your speed to good use.
Booker dishes to Baines. Gobert with the defensive effort. And so it's Devin Booker making highlights for Phoenix. What an amazing quarter. There was absolutely no stopping him. We've got more in store for you right after this. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And from what we've seen, guys, from Phoenix, what do you guys see?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And we know this. Every team in the league now seems to be looking to play with pace.
So on the floor for Utah, O'Neal is out there with Davis. Then it's Mudiay, and it's Rudy Gobert, and it's Clarkson in at the shooting guard position. Greg is a broadcaster. Who have been some of your favorite personalities to cover?
Man, that's a great question. You know, most of the stars, I'm a big fan of Durant and Steph and LeBron and those guys. Chris Paul's another one that's a favorite. So many other guys, you know, there's so much more personality and so much more confidence these guys have working in front of the camera. I think that just makes for a better experience.
Somebody asked me the other day, who was my favorite? You know who I said?
Who was that?
Greg Anthony.
Oh, we're just saying that because it's true.
You can see the improving court awareness of Emmanuel Mudiay, having an understanding for when to find his guys.
Here's Jerome. And it's off from three-point range. And so Gobert will bring it up for the Utah Jazz. Down by 12. O'Neal passes to Gobert. Here's Davis. The shot will not fall. Now the Suns take it the other way. And Phoenix pushing it up now. Bridges leading the charge.
Well, quick transition has Bridges positioned perfectly. Puts the nice finish on the transition opportunity.
And it's out of bounds. The Jazz able to retain possession here. Ricky Rubio checked in for Devin Booker. And Utah also making a switch. Ingles is checked in. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Jazz passing it around. Another miss by Utah. Phoenix leading by 14. Here's Bridges to the right side. Here's Jerome. Back to Bridges. Right wing. Saric outside. Passes it to Bridges. 5 to shoot. And another shot. And Rubio with the lay-in. Rubio's got his second basket.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
That's in, and the Suns' lead is cut down to 14, getting a little bit closer on the bucket from Davis.
There's real synergy in play right now on the offensive end. The pass was right where it needed to be.
It's blocked, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Mudiay. Both teams deciding to change it up. quarter two and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Oubre kicks to Rubio. Back to Oubre. Outside Carter. Bogdanovich grabs the miss.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And it's Mitchell missing. Suns leading by 14.
And just as Kelly Oubre was coming into his own as an NBA starter, a meniscus tear in his right knee ended his season. Now, back in action, we'll see how quickly he can recover his explosive athleticism.
Now, here's Mitchell. 6 points for him. Trying to get open is Davis, and that one drops. Mitchell's got 8 points.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
And before the injury, Kelly Oubre playing a career high in minutes. 38 to 40 minutes a game with regularity. G8, do you think that load could have contributed to his injury?
Well, Kevin, all young players want those minutes, but that right knee had troubled him for a while. PRP treatment back in 2017, and perhaps some questions for the Suns training staff.
Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Johnson comes in for Aaron Baines, and it's Devin Booker in for Carter. Johnson right side. On the wing, Booker. Three-pointer. Phoenix no good that time either. Jazz trail by 10. Here's Mitchell. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Mitchell's got 4 this quarter.
You can see Donovan Mitchell's speed and ability to get separation in transition. He is dangerous out there.
Rubio the pass to Ayton. He kicks to Booker. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Man, such an easy release for Devin Booker. Doesn't have to elevate that much to get that shot off.
And what that means, Greg, is that smooth stroke translates into the three-point shootout. Booker with the all-time record, 28 points in a round. That leads to a victory in 2018 in that contest. That was special.
The Suns making a switch here. Carter's checked in.
Well, Rudy Gobert stands 7'1", and he's an unselfish guy. It puts the pass on the money.
Back to Oubre. Looking for Ayton. He gets it in there. In the corner, it's Oubre. And here's Booker from the arc. And it's good. Looking quite sharp with 10 of 12 shooting tonight.
With this lead, they're playing confidently, showing a quick trigger from beyond.
Here's Mitchell. Banked in off the glass. Mitchell's got 12 in the game.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Kicks it out to Johnson. On the wing, Booker fires from deep. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got 4 rebounds in this game. And with that, the Phoenix lead is cut down now to just 7 on the basket for Mitchell.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
Misses in close. And so we wrap up the first half. Phoenix ahead. They lead by 7. And now let's catch up with... Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, and welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. Ernie, Devin Booker putting in some incredible work. He had 25 points. And that does it for our...
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. You know, guys, Devin Booker has been exceptional here.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
Now let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Johnson is out there with Oubre, and it's Ayton in at center. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Monty Williams. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Here's Booker. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. Booker's got 27 points.
There are few people in the league that are more scary when they start to find their rhythm than Devin Booker, and he's cooking right now.
Here's Ayton, and Ayton throws it down.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Johnson, good. Now, the superstar players always get the headlines, but you need more great role players, it seems, as you look at the history of champions, to win. So that being said, Greg, what kind of role players do you look for?
You know, Kevin, it starts on your best player, and I think you go from there. Obviously, in today's game, spot-up shooting is critically important, and then you got to factor in versatility. You need guys that can guard multiple positions, that give you some rim protection, but obviously that can also shoot the basketball. And I think it's critical having that instant offense guy coming off the bench as well, to when your team's in a bit of a funk, somebody you can trust to kind of light a fire.
Good points.
Now, this is where Joe Ingles is gifted at realizing when he should go up with it. Really good timing on that shot.
Booker finds Ayton. Knocked loose. Mitchell left side. Basket number 8 is all good. He's attempted 12 shots.
Just doing what he can. He's competing and he's converting.
And he has really kept them in this one. The high effort level. Now the rest of the team has got to step up. This guy is cooking right now. He is leading them on the up.
And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials. I'm glad we got to see the Mobile One block once more. What a play.
And that'll give them a jolt. Nothing like a rejection to light a fire under you. And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Suns leading by 11. Carter down low. O'Neal's there. Bridges for 3. Rebound, Utah. Gobert's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
And Doris, as Gobert has added strength, his rebounding numbers have continued to improve.
That's right, Greg. He's always been a force as a shot block. But over the past 2 seasons, this guy as a rebounder has been top 3 in the league. Last year, he even challenged Andre Drummond for king of the boards. He's got great size, great anticipation, and he plays with passion.
Carter finds Baines. Here's Jerome. Carter for 3. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Clarkson. And that one falls coming off of Davis's feed.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
And Davis sends it back. And they'll keep possession. The shot by Carter, nobody around. Phoenix, no good that time either. Jazz trail by 9. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Finished off the break.
You know, you have to recognize the chance to push it, and they did. Great pass to get the ball behind the defense, and an easy 2 points on the board.
Roudier dishes to Davis. Feeds it to Gobert. And a missed layup. Suns leading by 11. It's Šarić top of the key. Back to Carter. Suns moving the ball around. Šarić against O'Neal. Here's Baines. And now Clarkson pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Well, Clarkson with young legs, bringing the energy. How about that finish?
A different look for Utah. Bogdanovich comes in for Davis, and Donovan Mitchell subbed in for Moutier. Here's Booker. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Booker's got 31 points.
Well, all night he has made an impact at the offensive end. Now he's trying to shut the door.
Jazz trail by 10. Mitchell passes to O'Neal, and stolen by Booker. And oh, here we go. Carter's got it in the fast break chance. The shot's good.
Well, that's the court awareness of Mr. Devin Booker. This guy increasingly becoming such a good passer.
The Suns shooting the 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for Utah. High post, Gobert. Right side, Bogdanovich. Gobert down low. In the corner, it's Clarkson. Back to Gobert. And the quarter ends with some stifling defense right there. And so it's Phoenix looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. They've been putting up. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Well, we have some elite passing big men in the NBA, and you love that skill. Wow.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And so in the game for the Jazz, Mitchell is out there with Clarkson. And it's Rudy Gobert. And then there's Bojan Bogdanovich. And it's O'Neal in at the 3 spot.
I'll tell you, let that guy get a head of steam. Booker can finish at the rim with surprising power.
And it's Mitchell with the jam.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. Phoenix calls timeout. Greg, you were drafted 12th overall by the New York Knicks and then 2nd overall by the Grizzlies in the expansion draft. So you've had a very unique view of being in that position in 2 different settings.
Yeah, I mean, 2 very different cities, but really each beautiful in its own way. The New York draft, obviously coming out of college, that was like a dream come true to go and play for Pat Riley and then get the opportunity to go and be a part of a brand new team in a new country, if you will, was also a really cool experience as well.
I hope we can take a petition started by you and me to get the NBA back in Vancouver. I miss
and
going
Seattle,
to
right? Let's get back in both
Seattle.
those cities.
Exactly. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey guys, I had a chance to listen to what Monty Williams discussed with his players. He said, I want us to play as though we're behind. We're good when we play with urgency. We're bad when we become complacent. Don't become complacent. Let's go. Guys?
Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
Well, why did Donovan Mitchell win the dunk contest? Case in point right there.
Rubio the pass to Ayton. Booker with no one around. Utah with the rebound.
Boy, he'll usually knock it down if he's left that wide open. Just comes up empty.
Here's Mitchell. And the rejection by Ayton.
Outstanding shot blocker. DeAndre Ayton off his feet in a hurry to send it back.
Kaminsky. And he banks in the layup. And the Suns lead by 9.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
I'll tell you, we have seen great execution from both teams. Neither one giving an inch here.
Oh, big finish, emphatic.
He hangs on the rim just for good measure. Wow. Here's Oubre. The shot that time, not on target. So Utah will take it the other way. The try. Oh, wow!
You see Donovan Mitchell finding his rhythm. You're in for a long night. He is effortless offensively.
Booker the pass to Ayton. Good. A nice assist from Booker. Booker's got his 7th assist in the game.
Well, we see a lot of emphasis on three-point shooting nowadays, but you'll take that look right there any night of the week.
Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. And so he hits the technical free throw.
There's a lot to like about Bogdanovich's game. He's a skilled scorer, he's a capable defender, and I think there's some leadership qualities there.
3 from the inbound, and it's Mitchell missing. Phoenix leading by 6. Here's Carter. Finished off the break.
Have to love the ball distribution. Keep everyone involved.
Jazz have gone 7 of 9 from the field down the stretch here in the fourth quarter. Terrific shooting. Mitchell, and the shot is good. Mitchell's got 16 here in the second half.
What area of the floor can't Donovan Mitchell score from? This guy, terrific job on the interior.
Ayton, the pass to Jerome. And the 3 off target. Jazz trail by 6. Gobert with it. Now defended by Oubre. Phoenix has gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Here's Johnson. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
Well, we're talking about a big-time rebounder. DeAndre Ayton's timing, excellent.
Kicks it out to Mitchell. And it's blocked, but they'll get another chance. Bogdanovich inside. He's guarded by Johnson. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Gobert is not fazed by these moments. He wants to be the man.
Carter dishes to Oubre. Here's Jerome. Carter for 3. Here's Ayton. Tries again. Oubre outside. Back to Ayton. Shot clock at 5. And there's the defensive 3-second call. And the technical free throw is good. Sharks checked in for Phoenix. .51 seconds left in the fourth quarter. To the middle. It's stolen by Gobert.
This has reached desperation time for him.
I'll tell you, you need absolute perfection on every possession. That's what it's going to take here.
They're in good position here to ride it out.
Certainly, if they just play smart, this game's over.
Disappointing day for them. Let's see if they go down with a fight.
Well, they definitely have some things to work out, and you'd love to see them finish this game the right way.
And Phoenix can just let the clock run down here. Here's Jerome. Over by Conley. Jerome, good.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
So the Suns win it. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah.
right, this week it's all about defense. It's another installment of Your Best Blocks, brought to you by Mobile One.
What's up? I'm the 2K MC, and it's time for your top plays of the week. Putting all this...
The NBA on 2K Sports welcomes you to Wednesday afternoon basketball. Hey, Dave.
Hey, Kevin, thanks very much.
The Jazz, like Memphis, willing to grind. Thanks, DA. So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Paul out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Dort in at the 3, the small forward. And for Utah, Mitchell is the 2 with Ingles at the 3. Bogdanovich out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's Conley in at the point guard position. And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for Oklahoma City. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Adams to the inside. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Passes it to Dort. Ball against Conley. 5 on the clock. From deep, Gallinari. That shot misses. So Utah will take it the other way. The drive by Mitchell. It's hauled in by Adams.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
Out to Gallinari. Over Bogdanovich. And it's Gallinari again missing.
High percentage look for him. But bottom line, they're not all going to go down.
Gallinari against Ingles. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Love how Gobert stays active inside, picking up fouls in the process.
This is his first free throw of the game. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Rudy Gobert can change the game in so many ways. He does it with his length, his height, and his impact.
Paul outside. Floats one up. Basket counts.
He never takes a break on any possession. He is ruthless on the offensive side of the floor.
And, you know, we talk a lot about Paul as a leader on and off the court. Was elected president of the Players Association back in 2013, re-elected for a 4-year term in 2017. People simply trust his point of view.
Defense doesn't get much better than the Mobile One block we just saw on replay.
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone. Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game.
Physical D, but Shea shows unreal body control when driving to the bucket.
Well, we know for Chris Paul, Greg, it's nothing new to lead, but on Oklahoma City last year, he had to do it without being surrounded by superstars.
You know, that's okay. Paul's a guy who wants to set the table. You have to have the ball to do that, and he's at his best when directing traffic and making his teammates better. And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores. Attacking the defense with the pass. Don't need to be a hero.
Here's Paul. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Chris Paul is just a master of drawing contact on shots.
The Thunder shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
O'Neal's checked in for the Jazz. Terrence Ferguson's checked in for the Thunder. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
Oh, that's easy offense. Hard to stay in front of Mitchell. It takes a collective effort defensively.
call. Passes to Gallinari. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in the corner. Here's Adams, and Adams with the slam.
Doing his job on the glass and doing it with force.
And Greg, it's not everybody in the league who can make those kinds of plays.
You know, this is one of his specialties, keeping plays alive, creating second chance opportunities.
Utah shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. Greg, we know the names of the superstars, but there are players that are just under that category who probably should get a little more recognition.
Hey, Kevin, that's a great point, and I'm going to toot my alma mater's horn a little bit. Christian Wood's a guy that kind of reminds me of that. He's kind of on the come up. How about Devontae Graham, the second rounder back in 2018, but he's showing to be an established young talent in this league, and there are many more guys like that, and they're going to have their opportunity to become household names.
Schroeder, left side. Count that one.
Not one to back down inside. Schroeder likes to get right into the teeth of the defense.
And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for the Jazz. Trailing by 2, and it's Mitchell with the jam.
Extra on that one, fellas. Nobody's stopping that.
Not when he comes in there with that tomahawk. That's just too much force.
And they have a narrow edge here in rebounding early on, and you wonder what kind of a role that's going to play moving forward.
Here's Ferguson. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Stolen by Clarkson. Here's Mitchell, and it's Mitchell with the jam.
On that play right there, you see Mitchell's impressive speed and body control in the open court.
And he uses the glass on the layup.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Mitchell dishes to Davis. 40 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. No good on that one. Oklahoma City's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's Diallo. A slam dunk by Diallo.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Schroeder kicks to Diallo. O'Neal with the rebound.
Well, he's going to have some explaining to do on the sideline about why he took that shot.
Low percentage chance. If it's not there, give up the rock. Trust your teammates.
For Utah, they have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one. The first one falls. And both free throws good for Davis. Now Schroeder. Pass to Ferguson. And here's Diallo. Can't get the putback. Donovan Mitchell firing on all cylinders for Utah. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And if you're wondering whether players watch the standings,
one thing we have to do is stop comparing ourselves to last year. Early in the year, we was doing that every couple games. We was like, man, our record was here, this was that, and teams change, your games.
You know, Greg, he makes a great point. Even when you have mostly the same guys, every season is different.
And if you're a coach, it'll give you gray hairs trying to preach that to your players. Many guys don't believe it until they're in it and then have to dig themselves out of a hole.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. What do you guys think about the Jazz here in this one?
Attacking, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the line.
Some people might feel they got some hometown calls, but when your team is pushing the action, you often get the benefit of the doubt.
On the floor for Oklahoma City getting going here in the second quarter. They've got Muscala, Ferguson out there with Dennis Schroeder. Then it's Noel. And it's Dort in at the small forward. Davis kicks to Mudiay. Drains it from 9 feet away. Mudiay's got the lead up to 4 now for Utah.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Oklahoma City moving it around. Schroeder. They get the rebound.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip-in. Davis kicks to Moutier. And the rejection by Noel. O'Neal with it. Now guarded by Noel. And the dunk by O'Neal.
Going to the rack with energy. And the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
In a close game like this, everything has to be challenged, and everything has to be earned.
It's stolen by Schroeder. Pass to Ferguson. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It goes on Ed Davis.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Greg, one of your former teammates, John Starks, would get under a guy's skin on the court. He's like a nuisance, but really opposite off the floor, away from the game.
I tell you, Kev, John's got a heart of gold, and anybody that knows him is going to be a fan of the person. John is as good a friend as I can ever recall having.
First free throw is good. A different look for Utah. Joe Ingles is checked in for Davis, and Mike Conley is subbed in for Jordan Clarkson. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. And that's a foul called on Gallinari. That's his first foul. It's Gobert with the ball for the Jazz. Outside Conley. And the layup's good off the glass. And the Jazz lead by 4.
One of Conley's calling cards, getting into the paint and converting, even though he's often the smallest guy on the floor.
The shot by Paul, no good. For Utah, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Moutier, no good. Thunder trailing by 4.
And the thing that stood out for me last year about Moutier, his shot selection was much improved.
It was, G.A. A career high from the field. He was solid also from 3. Still, he needs to clean up that turnover category. But we have to remember, he is still very young despite how long we've been talking about him.
Here's what Utah is going with right now. Bogdanovich comes in for O'Neal. And Donovan Mitchell subbed in for Emmanuel Moutier. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. The Thunder shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And he knocks down the first one. He's perfect from the line this time.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, GA. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
We've talked about it before. Unselfish, great awareness. Ingles willing to turn down the shot if someone can break free.
Paul. Yep, that one goes in there. Paul's got 8 points.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Here's Mitchell, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
Playing at his tempo, his pace. He's been dialed in all night.
Ball against Bogdanovich. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in the corner. He dents the rim with a 2-handed slam. Wow.
Gallinari, very unselfish, draws a lot of defensive attention, which often leads to open teammates.
And it's Mitchell missing. Oklahoma City trailing. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. No good. That would have tied it. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
I mean, a tough matchup. Donovan Mitchell is too explosive, too strong, and he's only going to get better.
And Mitchell drops them both.
He's living there tonight, a tough guy to guard without fouling. And the bonus, he's going to knock him down.
Here's Paul. Lays it up off the glass. He's got 10.
At his size, Chris Paul is used to getting contact on his shots. He has really spent a lot of time learning how to finish despite getting bodied.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Conley. Gobert, that's in there. Conley with the assist. Gobert's got the lead up to 4 now for the Jazz. And stolen by Bogdanovich. It's tipped and stolen by Diallo. The pass to Adams. In the corner, it's Diallo. Rebounded by the Jazz. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. The drive by Mitchell. Here's Gobert. That shot is off. Adams, some nice D. Thunder trailing by 4. Gilgeous-Alexander finds Gallinari. That one good for 2.
With the big, strong frame of Gallinari, he's able to take contact and deliver the goods.
Here's Bogdanovich. It's hauled in by Diallo. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Jazz out. All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everyone, to a tremendous start for Donovan Mitchell. He had 16 points, such a... And that'll...
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. It's been one outstanding game from Donovan Mitchell.
And he's shown just how adept he can be at creating contact and then cashing in at the line.
It's a part of his game that he can always tap into. There's an art to it, and he is painting the canvas tonight.
Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. Rudy Gobert is out there at Bogdanovich. And it's Ingles in at the 3 spot. That's the group right now for Utah.
If you're the defense, not much you can do. Donovan Mitchell had his mind made up. Bad intentions.
And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Conley gets the bucket.
And that's where Conley is most dangerous. Just amazing quickness on his way to the rack.
And there's a lot of talk about Gobert's rim protection, but his rebounding is every bit as important on the defensive end.
Yeah, that's finishing off defense. Once you force them to miss, you don't want to allow second chance opportunities. Rudy Gobert averaged over 10 defensive boards a game last year. That was the best numbers of his career and top 3 in the league.
Utah leading by 4. The shot's good on the assist by Ingles. Mitchell's got 22 points.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Paul passes to Adams. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Michael Conley. Here's Mitchell. It's good, and that takes him to 77% shooting this game. 10 for 13.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
A nice shot by Gallinari.
A consistent shooter, Gallinari can light the tree from deep.
Here's Bogdanovich. Banked in off the glass. Bogdanovich has got his second basket of the game.
And that's exactly what they're going for on that shot.
And Adams with the slam.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Royce O'Neal's checked in for the Jazz. Emmanuel Mudiay comes in for Michael Conley. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Noel's checked in for Steven Adams. Mike Muscala comes in for Gallinari. Terrence Ferguson's checked in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Chris Paul. Ferguson's shot is good.
That's a nice read. The value of keeping your eyes up.
And so it's Mudiay with it. They'll bring it up for the Jazz. It's a 3-point game.
I got a feeling Donovan Mitchell will be watching this highlight over and over and over.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Noel. Ed Davis is checked in for Gobert. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Now, here's Mitchell. Guarded closer. Makes it off the glass. Mitchell's got 12 points now in the quarter. Out left to the wing. And with that shot, the Jazz lead has got back down to 5 as they get the points there from Ferguson. O'Neal kicks to Mitchell. The putback, Davis on the follow. Davis has got 6 points.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Passes to George. Stolen by O'Neal. Here's Mitchell. Thunder with the rebound.
Even though he missed it, this is the exact play your offense is designed to produce.
Good on the bucket.
More of a score-first point guard, but Schroeder doing a good job of finding the open man.
A floater, and it's good. 2 points. Now just a 3-point Utah lead.
And I tell you what, they're doing their best to cut down the lead with some smart offense here in the second half. Shot selection much improved since the break.
56 seconds left in the third. He gets that one.
And so far in the second half, this has been a different kind of game than what we saw early on.
In this half, a more entertaining one. The pace is picked up, tougher defense, better ball movement.
Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
Schroeder against O'Neal. Ferguson for 3. Utah with the rebound. Davis has got 6 rebounds now in the game.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Doesn't matter to the great offensive players who's guarding them. And Donovan Mitchell is trying to become one of them.
Knocks it loose and out of bounds as Utah gains possession. For the Jazz, Rudy Gobert comes in for Ed Davis. And it's Clarkson in for Emmanuel Mudiay. And Oklahoma City with a change here too. Diallo's checked in. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Now, here is O'Neal. He's covered closely. Gobert. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Jazz lead by 7.
See, this is where the better conditioning comes in. Rudy Gobert able to stay active.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. Here's Clarkson. And some nice defense there to end the quarter. Donovan Mitchell firing on all cylinders for Utah. And his big game just keeps getting bigger. That quarter sees him get. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. So the Thunder 5 right now. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Paul out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Diallo in at the 3 spot. Gallinari wide open. Off target with his 3. Jazz leading by 7. And here's the fast break. Clarkson leading the way. That one goes. Count it. Clarkson's got his first basket.
And his teammates appreciate the unselfishness. Bogdanovich willing to get it to his open guys.
It's stolen by Gobert. And they're pushing it up. And that one good from Clarkson. And now an 11-point Utah lead.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They've came in focused and they've executed.
And Jordan Clarkson is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Greg, we see defenses continually adjusting. Analytics favoring threes and dunks. Which teams do you think are toughest to score on at the rim?
You know, it's funny that you think defense in today's era, but if you look at the 2 teams that were the best in their respective conferences last season, they're the 2 teams I think protect the rim the best. Milwaukee with Giannis and the Lopez crew, and then obviously AD and LA with the Lakers. Those teams have the versatility on their front line to be able to defend the three and also protect the rim.
I think you've nailed it. Thunder trailing by 11. Ball left side from the baseline. It doesn't go for him. And Utah the other way now. And here again, the Jazz in transition. Up the court they go. Conley's shot is off.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
You know what he did? He timed it well and did a good job of contesting without committing the foul. And he is built to be an alley-oop threat. Long arms, terrific athlete. He went and got that one.
And Adams with the slam.
And ball goes up and Adams comes down. The anticipation skills, knows where to be to finish that play.
Conley gets the bucket. Conley's got the lead up to 13 now for the Jazz.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
It's been tremendous job of play calling and execution. They just continue to increase this lead.
That fall. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich has got 4 assists in the game. Gobert with the block.
And that's one of Gobert's specialties, a shot-blocking master.
And Adams sends it back. Here's Paul. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got rebound number 13 with that last one. Nice ball movement by Utah. Bogdanovich, that's for 2. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Here's Paul. Makes that one fall. It's his 8th bucket in 15 shot attempts.
And the thing about Paul, despite his listed size, he's comfortable operating inside.
Outside, Bogdanovich. Traps in the tray. And the Jazz lead by 18.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for Utah.
They never settled for mediocre shots.
And Kevin, they had great penetration this time out.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Donovan Mitchell.
Shouldering the load for them all night offensively. He came in focused, ready to go, and he delivered.
Conley against Paul. Back to Bogdanovich. 6 to shoot. Oh, the lob to Gobert.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
They gave the team tremendous energy tonight. The fans were fantastic. It was a true home court advantage.
The shot by Paul, no good. 30 seconds left in the 4th quarter. He lobs up the alley-oop pass and slam dunk by Gobert.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
It's called killer instinct. It's one thing to be close at the end. It's another to finish.
Well, for the Jazz, they can just run out the clock. Conley, the pass to Gobert.
It's his work ethic. Gobert has done everything he can to become a threat offensively.
Here's Dort. Right side, Gilgeous-Alexander. Paul for 3. And Adams kicks to Paul. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean,
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For David...
The stops in today.
And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparations for the championship.
Hey, Kevin, thanks very much.
They're such a great reflection of their coach. Thanks, D.A. So the opening lineup for the Suns. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Johnson is out there with Kelly Oubre, and it's Ayton in at the 5 spot. And for Oklahoma City, Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Chris Paul, and it's Dort in at the 3. That one falls. Paul's got the game going with his first points of the game for Oklahoma City. Greg, we've got two terrific highlight-making teams, both athletic in so many ways.
You know, it makes me hearken all the way back to college, and one of my teammates, Stacey Ogden, one of the greatest athletes I ever played alongside. Well, we're going to see a lot of his impact in tonight's game.
Such a lovely stroke there from Devin Booker. He's a go-to scorer. A nice shot there from distance.
Hangs out to Gallinari. Ayton against Adams. Just 5 on the clock. Paul passes to Gallinari. That shot off the mark. And Phoenix the other way now. Booker outside. And Ayton throws it down.
As long as passes are in that area, Ayton's going to get up and go down.
And the self-described Tsunami Poppy. Kelly Oubre used to call himself the Wave, but as he grows, so too does the nickname.
Well, the wave for him is a metaphor for his life's approach. The energy that you put out coming back. And Kelly Oubre is the kind of guy who's looking to attack with force and fury. So that kind of ebb and flow is helping out his NBA career. Well, a good start here. That's Trey for Trey, and that's Spanish for 3.
Here's Paul. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
Suns moving the ball around. Rubio against Paul. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And Ricky Rubio last season signing a 3-year, $51 million deal with the Suns to take over the reins at point guard.
Well, you think it's been a bit of a rudderless team since Steve Nash's departure. You have a 2-guard that's one of the best scorers in the league. What better way than to bring in a veteran who loves to play both ends of the court, is unselfish, and shows you what it's like to be a pro. Ricky Rubio has done that for the organization.
The Suns have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Up top, Rubio. Kicks it out to Booker.
And really, despite that miss, they've had a solid start offensively.
Rubio. Second shot opportunity, and Ayton with the layup. Ayton's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Man, right off the bat, super sharp here offensively. 4 of 5 so far.
A nice shot by Gallinari.
What focus from the big Italian forward out there. Gallinari is used to having to overcome a lot of physical defense.
The drive by Rubio. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. Goes up. Pushes it down to finish the break.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play. Well, he's a guy they count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
And that one, good. Paul's got 6.
That's feel-good moment right there. 3 of 4 so far.
Rubio, the pass to Ayton. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Ferguson's checked in for the Thunder. Dennis Schroeder comes in for Paul. And the Suns here with a different look. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for DeAndre Ayton. Sharch comes in for Johnson. Bridges, he's checked in for Oubre. And it's Carter in for Ricky Rubio. Here's Bridges, and it's slammed in by Bridges.
And Saric, just one of those European players that comes over with the fundamentals. Beautiful play there.
Schroeder against Carter. Fades away. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. And the foul called on Nerlens Noel. That's his first foul. A different look for Oklahoma City. Muscala, he's checked in for Gallinari. And Diallo subbed in for Gilgeous-Alexander. And Phoenix also making a switch. Jerome is checked in. Thunder trailing by 6 and pushing it up here. Here is Oklahoma City. Diallo kicks to Noel. And the foul called on Nerlens Noel. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Already his second foul. He's in danger of getting into serious foul trouble early in this game.
Gallinari, he's checked in for Noel. Payton's trying to get open. Out to Saric. Pass to Carter. Launches a 3. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Suns leading by 6. Here's Saric. Phoenix no good that time either. Here's Ferguson. A steal, and that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds. And so it's Phoenix with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. Right back after this break. When it comes to the art of providing leadership, CP3 had this to say.
The guys on the team already tell me.
Well said. He does a great job of keeping everyone involved and on the same page.
And Kevin, he practices what he preaches. He plays the right way and motivates his teammates to do the same.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And taking a look at the Suns' performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Yeah, rebounding can also be just about will, and they showed some of that in going in there and collecting some boards.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. Setting the floor for the Suns. Bridges and Saric make up the forwards. Then it's Kaminsky. Then there's Carter. And it's Jerome in at the point.
Great move off the dribble from Schroeder there to lose the defense.
And it's Carter penetrating. And Adams sends it back. Schroeder passes to Adams. To the wing on the left. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Shot clock at 6. Another shot, and the layup is up and in.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Down low. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
A wonderful awareness from the big man as Steven Adams finds the open man.
And Bones, although Ferguson may not have stuffed the stat sheet last season, he had some incredibly spectacular plays.
Oh, yeah, he can get up and sky and plays above the rim, and you love those kind of plays. But for this team, they're just hoping for more consistency from Terrence Ferguson, who continues to show some signs that the talent is there.
Now here's Diallo after the miss from Ricky Rubio. Good work defensively by Carter. Some changes for Phoenix. Andre Ayton's checked in for Saric, and it's Booker in for Carter. The Suns have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. And that one's good, Ayton. Ayton's got 6 points.
The big man coming with an attacking mindset. That's something for the defense to deal with, and Ayton is dealing.
Here's Booker. And the dunk by Booker.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
Here's Paul. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
And the Suns here with a different look. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Ayton. Saric comes in for Kaminsky. Johnson, he's checked in for Kelly Oubre. And it's Carter in for Ricky Rubio. Now here is Carter. Baines dishes to Carter. And Adams sends it back.
Well, Steven Adams is very much capable of anchoring a defense right there in a great spot to get the block.
It's good. Thunder trailing by 3. Here's Paul. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
And you can see when he has the basket in his sights, he's going to attack. And once he's in tight, he is a terrific finisher.
And so it looks like the Suns will retain possession here. Gallinari, he's checked in for the Thunder. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Shots good by Baines. Greg, you were a physical, defensive-minded player. What are your thoughts on how closely the game is called now, as opposed to when you played?
It is, Kevin, and yeah, some people like the physicality of the era I played in, but you know, I like the beauty of the game with the spacing and the freedom of movement, and I think that's one reason why you see so much switching. It's hard to fight through screens without fouling, and ball handlers have become experts at drawing contact, even if it's, you know, incidental. And I think that's just an area where the game has changed so much that that ability to play in space is so vital. That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the board.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes up, box out, or he'll destroy you.
And remember, an early part of the process in Philadelphia, it's taken Noel a little time to define his role in the league.
The length and athleticism is just something that you can't teach, and that keeps people intrigued about Nerlens Noel. His skill set continues to be a work in progress, but there's been some signs of a turn for Noel now.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Here's Paul. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
Said it time and time again, Chris Paul in the mid-range is pretty much half the time going to be good.
Now here's Booker. He's got 10. Booker draws the double. Carter. The Thunder pull it in. There's 31 seconds left in the second quarter. Here's Dort. And he gets the whistle. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Chris Paul came into the league playing unselfish, continues to do so. What a dime.
And here's Booker from the arc. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Thunder out in front, up 1. We'll see you back here after the...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back. Chris Paul has been the story in this one. He had 13 points and 3. And
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. It's been a clinic by Chris Paul.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
Yeah, you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Paul out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's George in at the 3 slot. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City.
Well, you know CP3 can get others involved, but when he wants to score, he can do that too.
Gilgeous-Alexander finds Paul.
A defense as tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
It's stolen by Adams. Here's Gallinari. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
You can see Gallo catches the defense off guard with that drive because of it, and they have no choice but to hack.
And going back to when he turned pro at just 16 years of age, Gallinari has proven to be one of the best players ever from Italy.
You think about his final year in Milano and just how highly efficient he was, first in the league's ratings overall. 6th pick going from Italy to New York City, and the fans had no idea what they were getting, but Gallinari eventually dealt in the Carmelo deal, and his career, although it's been multiple stops, has been pretty exemplary.
Here's Paul, and stolen by Ayton. And up the court come the Suns on the break. And finished off by Kaminsky.
Well, this is why the teammates for Booker are loving him. He keeps working on his ability to find the open teammate.
Go into the rack with energy. And the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
Booker. Shooting foul. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Booker outside. A 3-ball. And it's Noel with the rebound. Noel's got 4 rebounds in this game. Paul with the ball. Guarded now by Rubio. So it's Rubio bringing it up for the Suns. A 2-point game. Oklahoma City moving it around. Here's Gallinari. And he drops it in from the low post. Gallinari's got 5 now.
Next step kind of action there from Shea as he's able to find the open teammate.
And the Thunder going with a whole new group out there. And a chance there to look back at the stunning mobile 1 block a moment ago.
And read the play perfectly. Gets himself in the air at the right moment. Terrific denial.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. It's intercepted. A solo fast break. Here's Diallo. A slam dunk by Diallo.
And trust me, Dennis Schroeder would love to score the basketball, but his ability to set up his teammates is also effective.
Carter, the pass to Jerome. To the left wing for 3, Bridges. And again, it's the Suns missing.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time. And this is right around the time when one team might start to pull away.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
Carter inside the 3-point line. And again, it's the Suns missing.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Frustration seems to be mounting here, and you can see not just in their faces, but right now in their quick and hurried shot selection. That's a testament to the effort there on the boards. Never willing to give up on the possession, finding ways to sniff out the ball.
to the wing right side. Can they get it? It's hauled in by Diallo. The Thunder leading by 10. Muscala finds Adams. Second chance shot. And it goes down 2 points.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
To the right side. Inside. Here's Kaminsky. It's good from in tight. Kaminsky's got 6.
Well, he passes to the wide open man. Bridges developing some team chemistry.
And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
All you have to do is point to their turnovers this quarter. There's a reason the scoreboard looks like it does.
A big group substitution here for Phoenix. .36 seconds left here in the third quarter. And that one's good. Schroeder.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Out to Saric. Beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Adams has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Ferguson. Off target at the rim. Suns trail by 12. Here's Saric, and slam dunk by Saric.
Another example of Saric running the floor as a big man. He does that well.
Here's Schroeder, and the layup's good off the glass. He's got 10. 1 second left. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the... And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, anytime a guy's in the post and the teammates know he's unselfish, great player movement can create an opportunity just like that.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. On the court now for the Suns, getting going here in the fourth. Inside, Saric and Baines. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. And it's Oubre in at the small forward position.
I know people can't see you, but you're doing what I'm doing, scratching your head to that turnover.
A different look for Oklahoma City. Alinari comes in for Mike Muscala. And Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Diallo. Here's Adams. And Baines pulls it down. Baines has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Booker the pass to Oubre. And yes, it's good. Oubre's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Suns.
Going up inside, Oubre with a nice rhythm touch there.
Alinari outside. The pass to Adams. And it's Phoenix with the rebound.
Well, there's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
And slam dunk by Saric.
And Rubio's passes lead to a boost in confidence for the entire team.
And it's Schroeder with the ball. He brings it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. They're leading by 8. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And the first one at the line is good.
The potential Schroeder has is pretty exciting. Such a lightning quick point guard.
Noel's checked in for the Thunder. Chris Paul comes in for Terrence Ferguson.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Yeah, you can see when it's that close, players react. He says, oh, man, we just missed that one. Maybe they'll get another chance at it.
And it's Gallinari missing. Suns trail by 10. It's stolen by Schroeder. And he lays it straight in. Schroeder's got 10 points in just the second half.
Schroeder playing with some tenacity in this one. He is not letting the defense dictate where it is that he's going, and he's scoring through contact.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
He lobs it up, and Noel throws it down. You know, Greg, you'd probably know as well as anyone, what was it like going up against the Bulls in the 90s?
You know, it's weird to say, but in a lot of ways, we were a lot like they were. Hall of Fame talent at the coach, a defensive-minded team, but the one difference was, you know, the Bulls had that guy that wore that number 23. I think I'd say that might have been the one difference.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Dort's checked in. Ayton, he's checked in for Phoenix. And no good that time. To the paint. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Lob pass to Oubre. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. And stolen by Booker. And now here's Oubre. Fast break chance. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Paul for three. The Thunder with another miss. Suns trail by 12. Ayton kicks to Booker. The three-pointer, no good. Oklahoma City's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Gallinari. Good work there as it goes. Gallinari's got the lead up to 14 now for Oklahoma City. Here's Ayton, and the rejection by Noel.
Noel in there to intimidate, and does so there.
And here's Booker from the arc. It's a hand on it. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes.
Caution. Flammable.
That is just nasty.
About the athleticism on that thing. Oh, that is just unreal. Is this the dunk contest, or are we actually playing a real game?
No, this one counts, Greg. Believe me.
My
with confidence to attempt that alley-oop to himself. And the Suns with a completely new group on the floor. Suns trail by 16.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Thunder.
The blocking really turned things into their favor this time.
Great timing, anticipation. They got the blocks, and that definitely changed the momentum of this game.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Dennis Schroeder.
Yeah, it felt like there was more than one of him out there tonight. He was involved on every possession, and he made his presence felt in so many ways.
They're getting beat up pretty badly out there.
And I don't care what anybody says. You can't keep the status quo. If it ain't working, you got to make some changes.
Deflects the pass. Johnson kicks to Bridges. There's the lob to the hoop.
Good job getting the ball and completing that play.
The defense producing easy looks. It just helps you conserve some energy for late in the game.
It's stolen by Johnson. And Bridges with a clear path to the basket. And stolen by Noel. Pass to Muscala. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
Burton's checked in for Oklahoma City. Dennis Schroeder comes in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Noel passes to Burton. Kicks it out to Schroeder. Just 4 to shoot. From deep. And Baines pulls it down. They swipe it. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. 9 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. To the inside. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover.
And how's that for a one-man show? Put this fella on Broadway.
The most magnificent alley-oop we could have seen. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. And the outcome of this, thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up.
reaction today with the best blocks you've sent in on social media.
Yeah, boys! That's right! Oh! All day, baby! Oh, yeah! That's money!
The beautiful, dramatic setting here in Salt Lake City. So the opening lineup for the Suns. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Johnson is out there with Ayton. And it's Oubre in at the 3 slot. And for the Jazz, Mitchell is the 2 with Ingles at the 3. Rudy Gobert is out there with Bogdanovich. And it's Conley in at the point. Count that one. Conley's got the opening field goal of the game for Utah. Terrific, talented backcourts tonight. Greg, did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus. Devin Booker in the 3rd year of that 5-year, $158 million contract, coming off his first All-Star selection and his most efficient scoring season. Man, it's hard to imagine what's coming next.
I think, Greg, he's desperate to make the playoffs, right? He's doing his part. He's improving on the defensive end. He's been an eye-popping scorer throughout the early part of his career. Now it's all about, can he create team success?
Here's Rubio, following the basket by Donovan Mitchell. Johnson, a wide-open look, off the mark there with the 3-point shot. The Jazz have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. And finished off by Oubre.
What a heady move by Devin Booker. Picks it clean and immediately looks to jumpstart the break.
And the basket by Ingles.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
Now, here's Rubio. Booker in the corners. Fires for 3. Drills the 3-pointer.
Excellent recognition from Kelly Oubre right there. So solid, sensing when one of his guys is open.
Mitchell, and it's Mitchell with the jam.
And slams it home and gets some camera time on the end of it.
He did. He spent a while up on that rim, didn't he? And stolen by Bogdanovich. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Ricky Rubio picks one up.
It's crazy to think that 12 teams passed on Donovan Mitchell. He has become a premier scorer in the NBA. Oh, would they love a do-over.
Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Saric comes in for Johnson. And Mikal Bridges subbed in for Kelly Oubre. Saric has the open look. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls.
Well, you can tell Dario Saric's teammates want him to take these kinds of shots. When he plays with confidence, look out.
And the shot goes in.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And Ayton throws it down.
Sometimes a player is born with a passer's mindset. He deals it with conviction.
Bridges with the steal. That one misses. The Jazz go the other way with it. Now here's Conley, the fast break opportunity, and then Mitchell with the dunk.
There's a reason Mike Conley's teammates love playing with him. If you're open, I promise he'll find you.
Pass to Ayton. Rubio outside. Booker with no one around. Phoenix no good that time either.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Conley's shot is off.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
Outstanding pass in transition there for the easy deuce.
Conley left side. And there's the pass to Ingles. Mitchell in the corner. Back to Ingles. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ayton.
active hands from him as he's able to deflect that pass out of bounds.
Well, that's what you call a game of inches. They talk about it in football. We see it right there.
Looking at who's out there now for the Jazz. Royce O'Neal's checked in for Joe Ingles. Clarkson comes in for Mitchell. And it's Moutier in for Mike Conley.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Swiped away. And Kaminsky with a clear path to the hoop. That ties it up.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And it's Moutier with the ball. He brings it up for Utah. Nice ball movement by Utah. 40 seconds left to play here in the first. And slam dunk by Gobert.
You can see the improving court awareness of Emmanuel Moutier, having an understanding for when to find his guys.
And there it is for him.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Here's Bogdanovich. The basket good off the assist from Moutier.
Well, you have to like the balance of Bojan Bogdanovich. Keeping it through the contact. That is nicely done.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Out to the right wing. Bridges, no one around him. Rebound, Utah. Gobert's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Clarkson. Can't hit from in close. Here's Carter. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
And give him credit. Good awareness of the time remaining.
Donovan Mitchell firing on all cylinders for Utah. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. Back right after this. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And guys, from what we've been watching with the Jazz, what are you guys seeing out there?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And that's how they controlled the first quarter. I thought they were the much more physical team.
Emmanuel Moutier out there with Jordan Clarkson. Then it's O'Neal. And it's Rudy Gobert. And it's Davis at the 4. That's the group for Utah getting going here in the second.
That's unparalleled defensive focus from Kelly Oubre. He's all over his man and just suffocates that shot.
Johnson, he's checked in for the Suns. Here's Moutier. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
This is what we call highly efficient play. Working off the screen, getting to the cup.
Pass to Jerome. Fires the 3. Kept alive. No good. Utah leading. And here's the fast break. Clarkson leading the way. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. And Phoenix pushing it up now. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
For Phoenix, they have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line. And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. Rig, which team do you think has the toughest offense to stop in the NBA?
You know, in their heyday, it was the Warriors, no doubt about it. Now, though, things are changing a little bit. It's a tough one to say. The Bucks seem to be amazing with what they're doing with Giannis. The Rockets with that 1-2 punch of Harden and Westbrook is incredible. And don't sleep on the Lakers or the Clippers, partner. Right now, there's a few of them out there that I would lose a lot of sleep over trying to prepare to play against.
Yeah, I'm glad you included the 2 LA teams.
Well, Rudy Gobert stands 7'1", and he's an unselfish guy and puts the pass on the money.
And Baines kicks to Johnson. Gobert with the block. Down low. Here's Moutier, and it's sent back by Carter. Pass to Moutier. In the corner, O'Neal with it. Another shot, and the layup is good. O'Neal's got his first points in this one.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Stolen by Clarkson. Fast break. Here come the Jazz. NBA with the ball. Joe Ingles, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. And a change for the Suns. Devin Booker, he's checked in for Carter. Ingles against Johnson. O'Neal inside. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
And again, it's the Suns missing.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy task.
Johnson can't get it to go. Here's the Jazz with the ball. They've got an 8-0 run. Loads it up for Davis. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Clarkson. And here we go. Fast break. Moutier's got it. And it's Davis with the jam.
Agile play to get his hand in there and get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
A guy who can be a little inconsistent game to game. Clarkson can be extremely consistent year to year.
Right. You consider him as a rookie. Many of the numbers then are similar to what they are now. But the one thing that has improved is the consistency of the three-point shooting. He's worked so hard on it, and that's where the consistency has started to take root.
And here's Booker from the arc. That one drops for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
And they may be leaning a little too heavily on the three-pointer when there are better looks to be had inside.
This is a strength of Moutier's, right? Get into the lane, put your speed to good use.
Suns trail by 12. Booker outside. It's stolen by Moutier. Here's Clarkson, and he jams it with authority.
Well, Clarkson with young legs, bringing the energy. How about that finish?
Booker outside. Johnson kicks to Booker from deep three-point range. Rebound, Utah.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Shots good by Clarkson.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
And so Booker will bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. It's a 16-point game. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. And Jordan Clarkson is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And here's Booker from the arc. Here's Booker. Bogdanovich grabs the miss. The drive by Mitchell. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. Jazz out in front. Yep. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you into a tremendous start for Donovan Mitchell. He had 14 points and that'll do it.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. It's been one outstanding game from Donovan Mitchell.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
On Phoenix, looking who they've got on the floor. Rubio and Booker. They're the backcourt. Kelly Oubre out there with Johnson. And it's Ayton in at the 5. No good there. Fast break. Here they come. It's stolen by Ingles. The finish. And it's Davis with the jam.
Such a skilled defender. Joe Ingles great at positioning himself and using his length to poke balls away.
Now here's Booker. He has 7. Back to Rubio. Johnson for 3. Ingles with the rebound.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And it's Mitchell with the jam.
Guys, you can tell Donovan Mitchell can wear down a defense. He's cooking right now.
Pass to Ayton. And that's going to be a treble.
And you can see what he wanted to do there, but that was a tough giveaway.
And I think the intention doesn't always equal the result. Wrong play, wrong time.
Gobert, he's checked in for Davis. And then for Phoenix, Mike Kaminsky, he's checked in for Johnson. And it's Carter in for Booker. And last season, at least at first, it was a challenge for Ingles to mesh with Mike Conley.
Yeah, I mean, Conley came in to run the offense, which kind of took the ball out of Ingles' hands a little bit. But then Conley goes out with the hamstring, and that allowed Ingles to get back into rhythm, and he's been able to handle that load many times for this group.
And the foul called on Bojan Bogdanovic. That'll be his second foul of the game. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. Kaminsky kicks to Carter. From the arc. The rebound by the Jazz. Gobert's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Bridges, he's checked in for Oubre. So it's the Jazz now. And it's Bogdanovic in the corner. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And entering the league as a complimentary scorer, Bogdanovic put up 20 points a game last year. That was a career high and the 4th straight year that he improved his scoring average.
O'Neal's checked in for the Jazz. And another area where Bogdanovic is helping the offense, Greg, he's doing a better job of creating for others.
I mean, he still has that shoot-first mentality, but now if he doesn't have a clean look, he's much more willing to make the extra pass, and that makes him just that much more valuable to this team. And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
Well, that's how you drive your point home right there. Carter finds Ayton. Gobert with the block.
An intimidating force who continues to wipe away shots with ease. Go to work, Rudy Gobert. I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
Ayton, that's good. It's Rubio with the assist. Rubio's got his 4th assist in this one.
Boy, that was a much-needed bucket in the second half. They're now 1 for 5.
It's stolen by Carter. Here's Bridges. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Bridges has got his second bucket.
Well, we know this. Mikal Bridges has the length and hops to score inside. Nicely done.
Mitchell with it. Kaminsky's there. A minute 50 left in the third. Bridges passes to Ayton. Over Gobert. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert. Boy, that was a momentum killer to start last season, wasn't it, Greg? 25-game suspension for DeAndre Ayton.
And he sprained his ankle in his return game. The Suns at full strength, able to win some games. He's obviously a huge part of their future.
Free throw drops for Ayton.
You know, you think back to DeAndre Ayton's college career, he demonstrated three-point range, and while he's eager to show that in the NBA, the Suns want him to attack the rim.
And the Jazz making a change here. Clarkson's checked in. Sharge checked in for the Suns. Here's Rubio. Can't hit that one. So Utah will take it the other way.
And Monty Williams said, offensively, Ayton's got to be 80% beast, 20% shooter.
The reason they say that, Greg, is they want him to exploit the elite physical tools he brings to the game. If he can draw more fouls, he can get to the free throw line. And he's such a good shooter there, it only makes sense.
And here's the fast break. Clarkson leading the way. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Well, spectacular athleticism from the 7-foot center Gobert. Wow.
Rubio dishes to Ayton. In the corner, it's Bridges. Trains it from beyond the arc. Bridges has got 5 points in the quarter.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Mitchell kicks to Bogdanovich. Offensive rebound. It's deflected.
Wow, Mr. Rubio twice on the pipes. His team is loving it.
Joe Ingles, he's checked in for the Jazz. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for the Suns. Devin Booker comes in for Carter. 36 seconds left to play here in the third. Bogdanovich finds Mitchell. Again, Mitchell missing.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
Here's Booker, and he uses the glass on the layup. Booker's got 9 points.
This guy difficult to match up with in transition because Booker can hit from anywhere on the floor.
Bogdanovich wide open. Another miss by Utah. Left side, Saric. Booker outside. Another 3 for Phoenix.
Now, this guy has such a versatile offensive skill set. Devin Booker is a threat once he steps across the half-court line.
And so is Utah, riding a 15. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. They've got Jordan Clarkson. Bogdanovich out there with Joe Ingles. Then it's Donovan Mitchell, and it's Gobert in at the center filling out the middle. That's the group right now for Utah. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. No good from Booker. Utah leading by 17. Here's Clarkson. Booker pulls it in. And so Booker will bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. It's stolen by Gobert. The drive by Mitchell. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
Boy, if he's got momentum, you better step back. Donovan Mitchell on his way to the cup.
There's the pass to Baines. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist. Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivalries. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
That's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. Kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys that unless you were on the same team.
And the basket by Rubio.
Well, Devin Booker is known as a scorer, but this guy will find you if you're open.
Mitchell passes to Clarkson. Back to Mitchell. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. Utah the rebound. And they pick up 2. And the Jazz lead by 17.
I love it when Rudy Gobert crashes the offensive glass, uses those long arms to great advantage.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. Mitchell's shot is good.
Well, this guy has been efficient and effective all night. That IQ has been on display.
Baines, high post. Gobert with the block. Mitchell outside. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation.
I think we think of Donovan Mitchell first and foremost as a scorer, but I love seeing his passing ability come into play.
And stolen by Bogdanovich. The drive by Mitchell. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Jazz leading by 21. Mitchell is double. We've got 1:48 left in the fourth. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And the Jazz with possession here. On the wing, Ingles. Up top, Gobert. Shot clock at 5. Here's Mitchell. And he makes good on the layup. Mitchell's got 30 points.
Well, the balance, the ability to take contact, absorb it, and still finish. That is beautifully done by Donovan Mitchell.
And this is what dominating the glass looks like. He just cannot be contained.
Wow, what a performance. And he's not just winning with physical ability, he's winning with anticipation.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Jazz.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Donovan Mitchell.
They simply can't stop him right now. This guy playing with passion and focus.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
And here's Booker from the arc. And the 3-ball is good.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Well, this is what they needed earlier on. At some point, it's too little, too late.
Yeah, but then again, this run came against a team that may have felt it had already won, and you get the sense it let its guard down.
Looking at who's out there now for the Jazz. O'Neal comes in for Joe Ingles, and it's Mike Conley in for Clarkson. Andre Ayton's checked in for Phoenix. Johnson comes in for Saric. Booker outside. Again, the miss by Booker. Mitchell with it. And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got
David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks.
First up, we have some one-on-one action with S.J. Corleo. Gets the ball stripped, but never quits on the play as they turn around and pull off the big-time block and the game-winning dunk. What a way to finish.
A view of I-40 in Chesapeake Energy. And David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you very much.
Thanks, David. That's David Aldridge, our NBA Hall of Famer. And checking out Utah's opening lineup. Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. Joe Ingles is out there with Bogdanovich. And it's Gobert in at the 5. And for the Thunder, Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Chris Paul. And it's Dort in at the 3 spot. Well, this seems to be a game that could be very tactical, Greg. Both teams relying on execution in the half court.
And Kevin, you're going to see a lot of ball movement and body movement, and you can't just stand around and watch one guy go to work. I think that puts so much pressure on the defense with how the game is played.
And an emphasis on coaching, too.
Yes.
Mitchell's shot is good.
Donovan Mitchell pushing the basketball down your throat. We know he's going to be aggressive time and time again.
And so it's Gallinari with it. They'll bring it up for the Thunder. 4-point game. Shoots from 12. And he hits the jump shot. And the Jazz with possession here. Conley dishes to Ingles. And now just over a minute played here in the first. To the middle. And the shot goes in from Rudy Gobert. Paul outside. Dishes it to Adams. That one drops for him.
The eyes of Chris Paul. He's always had tremendous vision.
Gallinari brings the double team. Gallinari with the steal. And now a fast break for the Thunder. Stolen by Mitchell. Bogdanovich looking around. Up and in on the layup.
Did you see the game plan is working already? 4 straight makes to start this one.
And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter.
I mean, not only does Bogdanovich stretch the floor, but he can really stretch it from beyond 30 feet.
Greg, he is blessed with incredible range and a quick trigger, might I add. You have to stay connected to Bogdanovich defensively because he can go on scoring tears where there's just no stopping him.
And it's Mitchell missing. Oklahoma City's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Down low, Gallinari, and he banks in the layup.
This is just reading the defense, finding the soft spot. Heady play by Gallinari.
Ingles kicks to Conley. The shot's good on the assist by Ingles.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
And now Utah, fast break. Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
What you love about Donovan Mitchell, not only does he explode into his moves, he finishes with authority.
Adams' shot is off. Jazz leading by 6. Mitchell's shot is good. Mitchell's got 6.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Here's Paul. The putback. That shot no good. The Jazz go the other way with it. Dort passes to Paul for the finish. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on Donovan Mitchell.
And made possible by a heads-up play defensively at the other end.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. Davis is checked in for Bogdanovich. Royce O'Neal comes in for Joe Ingles. And it's Clarkson in for Mike Conley. Ferguson kicks to Diallo. Over Mitchell. And he overshot that one, missing. And it's Davis with the ball for the Utah Jazz. Leading by 5. Clarkson finds Gobert. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Just throw it up to Gobert, and he'll take care of the rest using that enormous wingspan.
And that one's good. Noel.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Here's Mitchell. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Thunder shooting in this first quarter around 38%. They're looking a bit creaky out there. Ferguson for 3 bangs home the trifecta. Jazz leading by 4 on the inbound, and Mitchell with a nice bucket inside. That's 10 points for Donovan Mitchell.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And Noel throws it down.
And Schroeder entrusted to run this offense, making the right call.
Mitchell up top. 10 points for him. Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark.
In a funk this quarter, he's trying to shoot his way out of it.
O'Neal kicks to Gobert. Pass to Mitchell. Misses from short range. Got it up. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's Utah with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And well, recently, Chris Paul talked about adding some leverage.
It sounds so generic to say we have fun, but like we may lose a game here or there, but you know, everybody still, you know.
Yeah, from what we've seen, Greg, these guys naturally get along.
And you add in the guiding hand of Chris Paul. This team can beat anyone on any night because they're so connected.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And taking a look at the Jazz performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Way to set the table. Offensively, they dominated on the interior.
They came in looking to attack from the get-go, willing to be physical and setting the tone.
Taking a look at the Jazz, they've got Gobert, Boudier out there with Clarkson. Then it's O'Neal, and it's Davis in at the power forward position.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. And here's the fast break. Clarkson leading the way. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
Jazz leading by 8. Here's Davis. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
A uncontested shot at the rim. You have to compete at all times.
Here's Clarkson after the made shot from Dennis Schroeder. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
Coming off a scoreless first quarter, he's found a little rhythm here.
Boudier with the ball. Diallo's there. It's stolen by Schroeder. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Here's Ferguson. Rebounded by the Jazz. They've led by as much as 10.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
And they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty. Lays it up and banks it in. Ferguson's got 5.
Great timing. That can be the difference between an assist and a turnover.
2 free throws coming up, and here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this, and he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Donovan Mitchell's checked in for Moutier. For Oklahoma City, they have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
One of the game's best free throw shooter. Chris Paul is not a guy you like to foul.
Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. They get a hand on it, and stolen by Bogdanovich. And now running up the court, Ingles pushing it up. And the Jazz can't hang on to the ball. Steven Adams, he's checked in from Muscala. And so it's Gallinari with it. They'll bring it up for the Thunder. They trail by 1. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That is his first foul of the game. Ball against Mitchell. Gallinari passes to Dort. Back to Gallinari. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. To the inside.
And the defensive chops of Gobert just knows how to hold down the fort for his team.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
It seems like every team, Greg, needs that one enforcer, that one guy who's going to get under opponent's skin.
Well, in one poll of coaches and players, Adams was voted the second dirtiest player in the league. One guy said he's real physical, but maybe he crosses the line, throws the sneaky elbow here and there, commits extra hard fouls, yet Adams usually escapes foul trouble.
First free throw is good. A couple years ago, after making all-rookie second team, we knew Gilgeous-Alexander was good. But, Greg, last season he went from good to great.
I mean, how about almost doubling his scoring average? Became a tremendous rebounder out of the backcourt. He gives you assists and picks up steals as well. Once he gains more strength, this guy could be a perennial all-star.
Now, here's Bogdanovich. And Adams sends it back.
Adams puts every ounce of energy into his defense. He's not out there to contest shots. He's out there to reject it. Yeah, they've gone away from the triple as they look to protect this lead.
And it's out of bounds to the Jazz as Utah retains possession. Davis is checked in for the Jazz. Jazz trail by 5. On the wing, Ingles. There's 48 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Adams brings the double team. Just 5 to shoot. Conley the pass to Davis. And it's Davis with the jam.
Few players in the league do a better job of finding the open man than Mike Conley.
Out to the wing. And Gallinari kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. And there's Gallinari on the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander. Gallinari's got the lead up to 6 now for the Thunder. Here's Bogdanovich. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Nice up fake by Bojan. He just brings the whole bag of tricks.
The Jazz making a switch here. Bradley's checked in.
We've seen him put a lot of pressure on the defense and then cash in at the line.
And here is Paul. He has 5. Gallinari in the corner. He had stolen by Ingles. And now Utah, fast break. Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
On that play right there, you see Mitchell's impressive speed and body control in the open court.
A shot by Paul, nobody around. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Thunder lead by 2. And now we'll send it over to David. Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks, welcome. And Gallinari, a guy who maybe should have gotten more All-Star votes over the years. Check. All he... And that's...
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. It's been one outstanding game from Donovan Mitchell.
The burst he's had when going at the rim has been fantastic. A lot of strong finishes through 2 quarters.
His activity level has made an impact, and he is fearless.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. So for Oklahoma City right now, Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Chris Paul. And it's Dort in at the small forward position.
The 4th pick in the 2011 draft, it took getting stronger and improving the shot to make Conley one of the better all-around guards in the game.
And that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds. His shot was hindered by that momentous mobile 1 block.
Close games can boil down to who makes plays on defense, and that is one heck of a rejection right there.
Stolen by Conley. Here we go, all alone. Here's Mitchell, and then Mitchell with the dunk.
Quick feet, quick hands of Conley, forcing the turnover and getting them out on the brink.
Paul passes to Dort. Comes up empty down low.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
A different look for Oklahoma City. Noel comes in for Adams. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Paul. O'Neal's checked in for the Jazz. And the rejection by Noel. Dort passes to Noel, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Noel's got 6 points.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Listen, put the ball in the hands of your best scorers and let them go to work. Keep it simple.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Mitchell outside. That ball. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich. And that's 18 points for Donovan Mitchell. The Thunder with the lead.
And when you talk about certain players having that it factor, Donovan Mitchell fits that bill.
He does. Confident in his approach, GA. Fearless on his attack. Donovan Mitchell is one of those guys who can go off for 50 if you let him get into rhythm. As long as he's in Utah, that team will remain competitive.
And it's Schroeder with the ball. He brings it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Now the pass to Dort. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. The shot from the low post is good. And the Thunder lead by 4.
Despite his slim frame, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is showing enough strength to take the hit and complete the play.
Conley, Gobert trying to get open, and that one is off. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. Passes to Schroeder. Gallinari surveying the D. Clock at 6. Pass to Noel. And Noel throws it down.
One of the cases where height fails to tell you the whole story.
Jazz trail by 6. It's deflected. And pushing it up here. Here is Oklahoma City. Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball.
An even stronger second half. Tremendous efficiency at the offensive end of the floor.
Schroeder outside. They get it again.
Throughout the evening, he's gotten to his spots, and the defense has not adjusted.
Inside. Out to Conley. Shot to stop the run. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. And stolen by Bogdanovich. Pushing it up. Here's Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Such a valuable playmaker for this team. Mitchell can get his own and get others involved as well.
Pass to Gallinari from deep. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got 3 assists now in this one. Here's Conley, and the shot goes down. Conley's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, this is where Conley operates best naturally, in the paint, creating for others or himself.
Here's Schroeder. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. From deep three-point range, Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got 6 rebounds here tonight. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
Donovan Mitchell is comfortable playing at all 3 levels. He's playing at his highest level tonight offensively. He's kind of lost his way this period, having a hard time getting anything to go down.
Uses the glass to finish the layup. And now just a 5-point Oklahoma City lead. Here's Schroeder. 8 points for him. .15 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. There's Gallinari with the 3. Utah with the rebound. Gobert's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Mitchell, and then Mitchell with the dunk.
Yeah, this offense is rolling. They've been assertive, but they're also playing under control.
And it has them at a great spot to take the lead. They love to get a few stops now at the other end.
And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game, and both teams putting up. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Taking a look at the Jazz. We've got Moutier. Joe Ingles is out there with Bogdanovich. Then it's Donovan Mitchell, and it's Clarkson in at the 3, the small forward.
And this is where Adams has the biggest impact. The closer to the basket, the more effective he is.
And he recovers it. Mitchell with it. Now defended by Adams. Mitchell against Paul. To the left wing. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Here's Ferguson. Good D by Mitchell.
So frustrating when you can't get anything to go down as you're trying to help your team finish the job. A beautiful pass to lead his teammate right to the hoop.
Paul kicks to Diallo. The pass to Ferguson. Here's Adams, and Muscala has it in the corner. Off target from outside.
And yeah, that old adage about being too wide open, not a thing. He just missed it.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Paul goes in, and the shot goes in.
You can try to rough up Chris Paul a bit, but he is fearless going down there in the lane.
Moutier against Paul. And Bogdanovich kicks to Clarkson. Now, here's Ingles. Tight defense on him. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Here's Diallo. The slam dunk by Diallo.
And this is what you love about the game. Superb defense, great steal, and just like that, they add 2 points to this narrow lead. Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Now, here's Diallo. He's covered by Clarkson. Ferguson for 3. And Adams kicks to Ferguson. From outside, off the mark.
Having a shaky time from the floor, but his teammates have been picking up the slack.
And Moutier throws it down.
just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
But not every point guard can give you that, the ability to finish with that level of authority.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, both teams trying to close out strong. These are the fireworks that fans came to see.
And now, let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Nerlens Noel.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. That has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
During that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Quinn Snyder said to his team. He told them this is gut check time. This is when it gets real and when it gets fun. We're here to play in these big moments. Let's make this one count. Kevin, by my count, that's 5 cliches.
Thank you, David. And so Gobert will bring it up for the Jazz. Clarkson finds Bogdanovich, hammers the alley-oop through.
The pressure doesn't get to Bojan Bogdanovich. That's a huge bucket for this team.
Passes it to Ferguson. Gallinari on the wing. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Ferguson, the pass to Paul. Adams. And it's Adams on the follow. Adams has got 4 this quarter.
Remains calm and collected. Adams refuses to let the moment be too big.
Oh, the lob.
Oh! Boy, did he go way up for that one. Oof. Gobert looking comfortable stepping into the spotlight right now.
Paul kicks to Gallinari. Rebounded by the Jazz. Gobert's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. And the basket by Ingles. And the Jazz lead by 1.
I mean, spectacular. He's clutch. We've seen Ingles make plays in this situation before.
Here's Clarkson.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
Ferguson kicks to Gallinari. And it's out of bounds. They say last touch by Adams. And the Thunder making a switch here. Dort's checked in. And Utah also making a switch. Mitchell's checked in. Absolutely critical chance right here.
They need this one to go their way.
Conley into the lane. And taken away by Paul. Here's Dort. Good. And that shot brings them to within just 1. The critical possession right here.
Crowd on pins and needles, Kev.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Ball against Mitchell. And it's Bogdanovich in the corner. Shot clock at 6. Utah needs to get off a shot here. Oh, wow, unable to get a shot off in time, and they turn it over. A very unfortunate time there to pick up a shot clock violation. Paul looking over the floor. This one for 3. Oh, the all-or-nothing shot, no good. And so it's Utah who scraped by with a win. This win, such a tremendous emotion. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us.
Next, we go to the beach with Lelouch. Opponent tries to score.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Downtown Phoenix on a bright and sunny day as we come, and nothing tips off a broadcast like getting the lowdown from the sidelines.
Hey, Kevin, thank you.
Thank you, D.A. So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Paul, and it's Dort in at the 3. And for Phoenix, Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Johnson is out there with Ayton, and it's Oubre in at the 3 slot. Now here's Paul. He can't get that one. Johnson with the defensive effort.
And Paul played in his 10th NBA All-Star game last year after having missed the event 3 years in a row.
And some of that could have been health, and then obviously some of it was fit with other teams. But this Thunder offense has really played to Chris Paul's strengths and working through a ton of options, sometimes playing deep into the shot clock. Again, highly efficient, one of the best mid-range players, and then working alongside Steven Adams. This has been a bit of a symphony here.
Paul with the bucket.
So creative right there. Paul's fantastic at finding ways to get inside and capitalize, whether it's him or a teammate.
Yep, it counts.
And right out of the gates, they are locked and loaded. 3 straight scores early.
Booker the pass to Ayton. Good. And a nice assist from Booker. Ayton's got his second basket of the game.
And early on, they look great. They've made all 4 of their shots to start this game.
Here's Paul. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
This is an area where Chris Paul has been solid every year, always right around 90% from the charity stripe.
And so Paul nails both of them.
A great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Now here's Ayton. Count it. Ayton's got 6.
Man, they're making everything and look confident. 5 shots, 5 makes.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Paul. That one dropped for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
Just can't say enough about how much of the game Chris Paul sees, exploiting every single hole in the defense, and an excellent penetrator.
Here's Booker. No good from outside. Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. And here's Gallinari outside. Phoenix grabs the miss.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Chris Paul at his best right there on that kind of play. A legendary distributor who spots the open man.
For Phoenix, they've gone 5 of 6 so far from the field to start out the game. Booker laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
And so it's Paul bringing it up for Oklahoma City. They trail by 6. To the paint. Here's Adams. Some solid defense from Ayton.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively. Teammates always looking for Oubre on the backside there, enough for him to get up and throw it down.
The shot's good from Paul. Greg, when you played for the Knicks, I always heard that Charles Oakley would cook for the players. Is that true?
Absolutely. Oak was very particular about his food. And I got to tell you, he knows his way around the kitchen. And to be honest, I would never tell him otherwise.
Well, what was his specialty?
Whatever he made, it was special. It wouldn't matter. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And Oklahoma City going with a whole new group out there. Here's Noel, and Noel throws it down.
Yeah, undersized guys with athleticism do these kind of things, playing above the rim. Love to see.
Oh, jam!
You knew something good was coming, Kevin, right? Ayton up there just to drop it in and take some of that rim with him.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Back to Oubre. Three-pointer. He doesn't hit that one. And the Thunder going the other way now. Saric against Noel. Diallo inside. A slam dunk by Diallo.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Who's going to miss first? Every time one team scores, the other team right back at you.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk.
And trust me, Dennis Schroeder would love to score the basketball, but his ability to set up his teammates is also effective.
Good ball movement here by the Suns. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. The drive by Booker, and he banks in the layup. Booker's got 6 points.
Booker to the cup with confidence. Feels like he can beat anybody off the dribble right now.
Here's Schroeder. Shoots over Rubio, and there's another one for the Thunder.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Ayton in the high post. Booker looking around for three. The shot missing. Plenty of offense in this closely contested first quarter of play. The Suns. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And from what we've seen, guys, from Phoenix, what do you guys see?
Well, the coaches preach ball movement, and we saw exactly why in that first quarter.
Well, everybody just feeling the energy of the basketball as they moved it around, and lots of hands were touching it.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So for Oklahoma City right now, Diallo out there with Dennis Schroeder. Then there's Nerlens Noel. Then it's Mike Muscala. And it's Ferguson in at the small forward position. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
The Suns shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
Frank Kaminsky, he's checked in for Phoenix. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Oklahoma City trailing. Goes up off the inbound. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Wow, how about that? Remarkable verts there from Schroeder as he skies high for an impressive dunk.
Carter, the pass to Baines. He kicks it to Kaminsky. Outside Carter. The Thunder pull it in. And now a fast break for the Thunder. A slam dunk by Diallo.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
And the Thunder going with a whole new group out there. And so it's Gallinari with it. He'll bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Here's Paul. Baines with the block. Bridges with it. Dort grabs the miss. Paul right side. Oh, and the they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel. And now another look at that mobile one-block defensive performance.
Every basket's a big one in a tight game, and he is not about to give up an easy look.
And the Suns making a change here. Johnson's checked in.
Well, recent years have seen the Suns hit and miss in the draft. You can count Mikal Bridges among one of those hits. They traded up to get him in 2018, and what he's provided and the potential that he still has, they don't have any regrets with that one.
And Chris Paul the bucket on the assist by Adams. Paul's got the lead up to 4 now for the Thunder. And for the Suns, they're shooting fantastically in this game, 62% from the floor. Carter outside. There's the 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. Carter's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. You go back to draft night, and Bridges drafted 10th by his hometown Sixers, where his mother was an employee. The elation. And then, Brent, word of a trade.
Yes, the old awkward moment where you have to change hats during the draft. You know, the Suns valued him highly, and the Sixers maybe had some second thoughts, or the deal was already worked out, but still waiting for the payoff on the Sixers' end as Zaire Smith is trying to find his way onto the court.
And the one thing you notice about Gilgeous-Alexander, you know, he sort of glides around the court and suddenly hit you with that burst.
Well, it's amazing that he has that crafty and uncanny ability, and then he's having some time with Chris Paul. So that's only going to be enhanced as Shea continues to work that change of pace game.
Here's Saric, and that one drops for him.
Well, Saric on the inside has really good quality footwork.
Paul against Rubio. Puts it up from 12, and he hits the jumper for 2. Paul's got 14.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Count it. Good.
And Rubio just waiting for the shooter to get open, and then gets the assist.
And Ricky Rubio gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
This is one where the second foul is probably going to cost you some minutes in this game.
For Oklahoma City, they have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts.
And as a team, excellent a season ago, about 80% when they got to the line.
Kelly Oubre's checked in for Kaminsky.
Yeah, looking up at the scoreboard, guys, that's his 3rd foul, and his coach has to consider now sitting him down.
Greg, you're the all-time assist leader for the Big West Conference. In that frame, talk about some of the traits that make for a good floor general, a good point guard, a good facilitator.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have to be a leader because that's what the position calls for. Unselfishness, instincts, that stuff matters. But ultimately, your teammates got to feel like you play for them. And that's when you have a chance as a team to be special.
I'm assuming you've always been like that. Am I correct?
No, that is not
really?
true.
Wow.
I evolved into a leader. In all seriousness, I think some guys are natural. Others, like myself, had to evolve into it.
Well, Oubre will draw some attention as a scorer, but that's going to open up some passing lanes, and he doesn't make a mistake that time.
And it's Schroeder missing.
Well, that's how to protect the rim without fouling. Force him into an awkward release and a bit of an adjustment on the layup.
An aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. And that one's good. Schroeder.
Now, Gallinari at that size can do a little bit of everything, and I like to see him dishing the rock.
It's good from Schroeder on the assist by Adams. Now it's a 7-point Thunder lead. The Suns have gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. Saric has the open look. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Adams has got 4 rebounds in this game. And the rejection by Ayton.
Oh, man, 7-1. Not a good idea to challenge Ayton there.
And finished off by Oubre.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
There's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop.
And really the smart thing would be to hold for the last shot.
Every second right now is valuable to you. That should be their strategy.
Good on the bucket.
Well, he's capable of making you pay there. Gilgeous-Alexander in a nice rhythm.
At the top of the key, Oubre. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. And it's stolen by Ricky Rubio. Unable to get that one. And so it's Oklahoma City.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to Chris Paul. Had a huge first quarter. He ended up with 17 points. And that.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. It's been a clinic by Chris Paul.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Johnson is out there with Oubre, and it's Ayton in at the 5 down low. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Monty Williams. And so it's Oklahoma City with it. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. Gallinari in the corner. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Adams down low. Defended by Booker. Gilgeous-Alexander on the follow. Gilgeous-Alexander's got the lead up to 11 now for Oklahoma City.
Gilgeous-Alexander skilled and athletic, and that time hits the offensive glass.
Here's Ayton. Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good. And Adams has got the ball here for the Thunder. Power down with both hands.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the 2-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
And a former high-level recruit, Dort went undrafted, but it didn't take him long to make an NBA team and contribute.
Yeah, he played around 20 minutes a game last year for OKC, and he just really prided himself on bringing toughness and defense on a nightly basis. Trust me, there's plenty of other guys on that roster who can do the scoring job, so he settled in nicely and continues to work on being more consistent offensively.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Booker. Some changes for Phoenix. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for DeAndre Ayton. Bridges comes in for Oubre, and it's Carter in for Ricky Rubio. Then for the Thunder, Noel's checked in for Adams, and it's Muscala in for Gallinari.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from 3-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
Yep, that one goes. Bridges has got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Suns.
And you look at it, 8 of the last 10 points they've given up here coming in transition.
Still the traditional play of Chris Paul as the point guard, that pass-first DNA. Amazing what he's done when you think back through his entire career. Just to make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Pass to Muscala. The offensive rebound, Noel. Here's Paul. He's got 17, 5 to shoot. Oklahoma City needs to get off the shot. And slam dunk by Noel.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious 2-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. Booker with no one around cans it from downtown. Booker's got 9 points.
Booker right now finding some room out there behind the 3-point line to get himself going.
From past the arc, it's not going to go for him.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes. Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But, Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. Up top, Baines. over Noel. And it's Baines missing.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Banked in off the glass. And now a 12-point Oklahoma City lead.
Excellent pass there to cap that break with an uncontested basket.
And Paul over to help. Near the three-point line, it's Booker. And the Suns miss again.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense. Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Here's Booker. Make it 5 for 10 with him in that bucket.
Devin Booker showing a nice touch around the rim.
The Thunder leading by 14. Paul from deep three-point land. Bridges with the board.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate. We're not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
And it's Schroeder missing.
Oh, that's a golden opportunity to finish on the break, and he blows it.
Completely lost focus. You can't get 2 steps ahead.
I mean, it's just fun to sit back and enjoy watching him operate. And that's what it looked like the D was doing as well. They're just sitting back and watching.
It's stolen by Carter. Here's Bridges. Count that bucket.
That's pretty steady from Bridges. Does not let the contact throw him off one bit.
Schroeder outside, out to the right wing. Noel wide open. He fires. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder going into the break with a 10-point lead. They've dictated the pace, pushed the ball at every chance, and it's paying. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Doesn't happen with every point guard in the league as far as setting your teammates up. Lots more scorers now, but right there creating the scoring opportunity for his teammate.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. And Oklahoma City, looking who they've got to start the 4th quarter. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Diallo. And it's Ferguson in at the 3, the small forward. Here's Jerome. Nifty move. It's deflected. Greg, who would you choose as the best defenders of the NBA pick and roll?
Oof. That is a tough one. This will surprise some people. Nikola Jokic is one of the better big men defending the pick and roll, in part because of his instincts. You know, he doesn't impress me in terms of his physical attributes, but his mind, the ability to anticipate, having a sense of how perimeter players play the game. He's a guy that's terrific. I'll give you an oldie but goodie in Andre Iguodala. He's still terrific. And I pick bigger guys because you've got to be able to switch that and guard smaller players. And, you know, at the center and the swing position, those are 2 guys that still are very reliable.
Schroeder against Rubio. 4 on the clock. The Suns need to get a shot off. Kaminsky. That's in. Coming off an assist from Rubio. Kaminsky's got his first bucket in this one. Gallinari on the wing. No good that time. So Phoenix will take it the other way. And with that, the Thunder lead is cut down now to just 9 in the bucket from Rubio.
This has always been a bit of an issue. Ricky Rubio, his finishing ability on the inside, but gets it done that time.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
Here's Diallo. A slam dunk by Diallo.
It's awesome to see Gallinari get involved in the offense with a solid pass like that.
It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Doing a lot of nice work now from the field. He's helped get them this lead, and now he's helped them keep it.
Here's Jerome. And Adams sends it back.
Well, Steven Adams is very much capable of anchoring a defense right there in a great spot to get the block.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Confidence is sensational, and it feels like no one is going to stop him tonight from scoring.
Here's Jerome. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. And Adams has got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. 17-point lead, their biggest. Great positioning on the putback. Ferguson's got 4 points this quarter.
And Terrence Ferguson in the right spot at the right time, just getting down there. Another second chance opportunity for his team.
They get it back.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Oh, man. Fans love that. Listen to that. I love that sound in the arena. And Terrence Ferguson, the guys really love it when he gets up like that.
Floats it up for Sharge.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one, Kevin.
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same. Schroeder looking around. Here's Adams. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got 6 assists now in the game. Suns trail by 21. It's deflected. And here again, the Thunder in transition. Up the court they go. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. Gilgeous-Alexander's checked in for the Thunder. A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. The Thunder leading by 21. The drive by Schroeder. That's in for his 8th bucket tonight. A hot 8 for 11 shooting so far.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Thunder.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Dennis Schroeder.
Just does a great job of looking for space and then finding it. That's taking advantage of what the defense is giving you.
And the Suns with a completely new group on the floor. Jerome passes to Baines. And here's Diallo. And again, it's the Suns missing. There's 48 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The shot by Baisley, no good. And it's the Suns' ball. Here's Bridges. No good off the front iron. That's a 2 from Ferguson. Out of bounds, Phoenix takes possession. 30 seconds left to play here in the fourth. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
Here's Nader. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight, getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. A resounding victory for them. And